You ready? Here we go. Good morning, everyone. On today's show, wearing the shirt, well, one of the shirts that soon will be available, perhaps, for sale, depending on how the status of the merch store is going. But I will have updates for you on many different things on today's show, including a Sony State of Play and some other things around here. Also, today, we're going to continue on investigating the suggestion box because yesterday I feel like that segment actually was quite useful and we were starting to get some good information and ideas out of it. So I'd like to resume that. It'll be yet again a more laid back day here on the show because no drama and not much game news. However, today will also be an exciting day because we're back to a full day of gaming coming off of a very strong React day, which we'll talk about as well. So we've got all this and more in a chill episode today's of a One Podcast. Whoa, I wasn't ready. Hold on. All right. Sorry. I didn't realize that was so short. I have two versions of the intro. One's much longer, and I thought I had clicked the longer one. And then I looked back. I was like, wait a minute. It's over already. Oh, crap. So anyway, welcome, everyone. Today is Monday, the 23rd of September, 2024. I'm DSP, and this is the Level 1 Podcast. This is the second day that I'm doing different things with my blackout curtains. And in fact, after our discussion yesterday, I actually went ahead and I ordered more. I ordered a set of blackout curtains that have a silverish reflective background. What that's supposed to do is actually reflect the sun off the back. Oh no, the gesture tracking. Oh no. Happened again. The gesture tracking just turned on my camera. I have to turn it off. All right, give me a second to turn it off because if I don't, it's going to start moving all around the room. Okay, give me 1 second. I'll be right back. So what's happened is I've been doing some setup and adjustments. As you know, I told you. Oh, now the camera's off a little, but the other way, isn't it? So slightly off, and it's going to bother me because I'm too far this way. I'll fix it in a second. As you know, I've been telling you I'm going to be appearing in various content soon. I'm actually going to be on the Cultaholic Podcasting Network coming up this week. On Wednesday, I'm not doing a podcast because I'm going to be on their show, Desert Island Graps, where basically they're going to interview me and talk about my history with wrestling and 3 matches that I would watch if I were on a desert island and all kinds of stuff there. Boy, now my hair is sticking out. Everything today is bothering me. Like, literally everything today is getting to me. So just ignore me messing with my hair and messing with my webcam. Just bear with me, okay? All right. So because I'm going to appear on that show, and also because in the coming weeks I'm planning to do interviews here on the channel, I had to set up all my equipment to now work on the gaming PC. As you know, for whatever reason, my stuff stopped working inexplicably here on my streaming PC. I really don't know why. Like, Discord won't even work on there. So I said, you know what? When I'm going to make appearances, or if people are going to appear on my show, I'm going to do it all through the gaming PC moving forward. And it's actually going to be good because it's going to give me more control. It's going to allow me to, like, when I end a call, to hide the video feed right away. So no chats are exposed and shit like that. It's going to be better this way. So this morning, I was actually working to getting this webcam working with the gaming PC, which I did. But I guess what happened is when I unplugged it and replugged it, it reset all the settings. So then it made it so that now the gesture controls are back on, but now I just turned them off. So now it should be. And by the way, I look good now, right? I look centered. I think I'm all right. I don't think I need to mess with the camera anymore. It looks like it's well centered now. Anyway, so basically, yeah, we should be good to go for my appearances and future interviews and everything. I've got it all set up. I was messing with that this morning. And what I was saying was I've got a new set of blinds coming, or not blinds, excuse me, curtains coming today, because I got these blackout curtains about 3 days ago, and day one, it was very sunny outside. So I used them to block the sun. It worked beautifully, but then this room heated up again. And I was like, ugh. So they work for the blackout functionality, but they're not working for heat. Jasper Kitty came in. He's going to go in the window. Now I have an open window with these blackout curtains, and I opened it for him so he could jump up there and hang out in the window during the day while I'm streaming if he wants. Jasper, you could go up there. I also have something for him. Are you ready for this, guys? Look at this. Treats for Jasper Kitty as donated by a viewer. Remember, I have an account on throne.com that I set up for Jasper Kitty. So guess what? I now have stuff for him that I can give him when he's in the office. People donated some stuff, and this is the first thing that arrived. It's Burst Treats with delicious liver and beef filling. So he's in the window right now, but once he comes out of the window and he comes over here, I'm going to open these up, and I'm going to give him some treats live. I got treats for you, Jasper. I'm going to open them. I have some treats for you, buddy. For you, buddy. He's looking at me like, what are you doing? They smell like cat food. Jasper, I have some treats for you. Here he comes. Come on down, buddy. Come get some treats. He's trying to figure out how to jump down because he's not used to it yet. Jasper, come over here. I have treats for you. Jump down. There he goes. All right. Come on up here. Come on up here. I have some treats. Ready? Jump on my lap and I'll give it to you. Look right here. He meowed. Did you hear him? Here you go, buddy. Jump up. Jump up on my lap, silly, and I'll give you some treats. Come up here. Jasper, come over here. What are you doing? He's walking in circles. Come over here. Here we go. Want some treats? Look. Look what I have. No, not my fingers. In my hand. Look. In the hand. He's smelling my fingers. In the hand, there's bursts. Right here. Jasper. He won't eat it out of my hand. He's being silly. Jasper, right here. Look. Look. Okay. Right there. He seriously will not look at the food in my hand. Right here. Jasper, it's right here. Look. It's right in front of your face. It's in my hand. He won't eat it. Sniffing around, he won't eat it. I know you want this treat. You've had these before. Oh, my goodness. Jasper, why are you being difficult? Here, will you eat if I put him on the floor? Now he eats them. He wouldn't eat them out of my hand, but he'll eat them when I put him on the floor. He totally likes it. He was sniffing all around. He wouldn't want to eat out of my hand. He wanted to eat it off the floor. Were those good? You want some more? I only gave him 2. These things are tiny. I'll give you some more. Here you go. I'll put some more on the floor. Here you go. So, thank you so much to the fan who donated these bursts for Jasper Kitty. He loves them. He's had these before. So, he enjoys them. He just ate them all again. Wow, you scarfed them down. He really likes them. I'm going to give him a couple more. I'm not going to go too crazy, buddy. I think it'd be too many. Okay, here we go. Right here. Jasper, on the... Right there. That's it for today. No more. He wouldn't. I wanted him to eat them out of my hand so that way you could see, but he wouldn't eat them out of my hand. Yeah. So I got some treats for Jasper Kitty from time to time. He ate them all. Wow, he is scarfing them. They're gone. He ate them immediately. Did you even chew? I don't think he chewed. I think he just swallowed. Wow. You silly boy. All right, now you can go in the window if you want, because he was in the window, and I called him out of the window to come get the treat. So thank you to the person who donated those. And there's a few other things coming. In fact, there's these, I think, like, catnip balls. But we got to see what they are. Like, we put them on there, but when I want to see exactly what they are before we give them to him, because I want to make sure it's something that's not going to, like, mess with him. And also, someone ordered a pack of spring toys. They're like these little plastic springs. And Jasper loves those. He chases those all around the house, and he bats them around. So if I have one of those, I could, like, do this. You could play with it you know, up here once I get it. And that's I believe actually just got ordered, so that should be coming within the week. So that's cool. So thank you to people who got something off of throne.com/darksidephil. All the stuff that's there is for Jasper. There's this other thing on there. It's this little like electronic display that's supposed to look like fish. And I want to get that because I think that might fascinate him. He might sit there and look at it. And also there's a big hairbrush thing to clean because, man, he sheds. And that helps to clean in the house. And there's another kind of treat, too. I think it's like dried salmon pieces. Oh, yeah, there's a command. I forgot I had made the command for it. It's in the chat right now. The throne command, if you ever want to take a look at it. If you guys like it, we can add more stuff there for Jasper Kitty. That was just like an initial thing that my wife and I was just grabbing a few things to see what he would like. And he loves these bursts. So there you go. Okay? All right, anyway. So thank you for that. So back to the topic at hand because I got distracted when Jasper came in here. Basically, these blackout curtains work really well for lighting. Like, they block the light completely, and so it makes my setup look great. But the issue with them is that they didn't really help for heat. Like, it was pretty warm in here the other day when the sun was out. Now, I'm lucky because yesterday and today the sun's not out. It's cloudy, so it's not so bad. So what I've been testing is, well, what can I do? Can I leave them open? So today I have them open, and as you can see, I still look good, right? Like, the camera still looks good and everything. So I can get air in here when I need it. But ideally, I'm going to need it so that we have it to block the sun on sunny days, or else this office will be like 80, 90 degrees. So I ordered a different set of blackout curtains. These have a silver lining on the back of the curtain that is meant to reflect the sunlight away, and it's supposed to create temperature control for your room so your room doesn't heat up on a hot day outside. So FYI, I've ordered them, and they're supposed to come today live during this first stream. According to the delivery information here, it says that they're coming between 11:45 a.m. to 2:45 p.m. So they could be coming at any. They might actually show up by the end of the podcast. These curtains might show up, and if they do, I'm gonna quickly see if they fit and try to hang them. Here's the issue. My window is technically 60 inches wide. Okay, so I ordered 60-inch curtains. Well, they fit nicely, but actually they're a little big. There's like a little bit of excess curtain. These that have the silver lining on the back only are 52 inches wide. So I don't know if it's going to fit or not. It might end up being too small, in which case I'm going to have to return them. But I have to test it. I have to see what happens. So I'm waiting for them to show up, and I'm probably going to install them today live on the stream, which is 5 seconds. All I got to do is loosen and take down the curtain bar, unscrew the end, pop the curtains off, pop the new curtains on, screw it on, put it up again, tighten, done. It's like a minute. It's not a lot of work. So we'll see what happens, and I want to definitely test it to see if it'll block the sun. If it does, then it's perfect, and I'm good to go in this office moving forward. But I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen. They may not be wide enough. I hope they are, because like I said, these curtains are like extra. Like, they're supposed to be 60 inches, but dude, they are extra, like, bunched up and everything. So I'm thinking if it's 52 inches, maybe it'll be just enough to fit, like, all the way. I guess we're going to find out, okay? So anyway, that's what's going on with me. We've got tech stuff I'm setting up for appearances and for me to do interviews. I've got, you know, curtains going up throughout the whole house, trying to get that set up working. We got stuff arriving for Jasper Kitty. So we got all kinds of good stuff going on right now. Thank you guys for all of that. Okay, so we have a shout out to start with. Today we have a $2 tip to start off the day from someone who says, "Sick shirt. Thank you." This is the baseball jersey shirt. This is the one of the styles of shirt that will be sold in my merch shop coming up. And I think they're going to have more than one style. Like, I think there may have this one, but there may be the Dan logo. It's like Dan over the DSPGaming logo. So this will be one of the, you know, products available. And so just so you know, the baseball jersey, if you take a look at the arms, it's basically like a half arm. It's not short sleeve, but it's not long. It's kind of a half arm. That's the baseball jersey style of shirt. And I like it, right? It's comfy. It is. It's comfy. It's soft. I've washed it now, and it's actually a very nice shirt. People are asking, well, how much will it be? No idea yet, because the merch shop is still being set up and no pricing has been set. So we'll see. I mean, ideally, I don't want to have shirts be like 40, 50 bucks. At the same time, I don't know if the company's going to want to do business with me if I say, hey, let's sell it for 15 and you make like $2, right? So we have to find out where's that happy medium in between. So I guess we'll see. As I have more information, I'll be sure to let you know. They're working on it right now. I was told about a week, and that was like, three days ago or so. As we get closer to that being set up, I definitely want to preview, like what I'll do before like the store goes live or whatever. I'll preview all the products for you guys. We'll look at them together here on the podcast and go through them to see what you like, and you can get an expectation of what's coming up, so that you can get ideas and perhaps look into it. It's the holiday season coming up soon. I know that your aunt probably wants a DSPGaming tote or perhaps a Level 1 podcast mug, right? Who wouldn't want a Christmas morning? Who would not want to get a big, package, and present? You rip open this awesome wrapping paper, you open it up, and you pull it out, and it's a Wow Dude sweatshirt. Who wouldn't want that? Or how about this, right? You wake up Christmas morning, and all right, forget it. It's so stupid. Anyway, Casper, hello. He's in a good mood today. He gets to go in all the windows now because they're all open with these curtains. Got some treats. He's in a good mood. I can tell. He's a happy kitty today. All right. So let's talk a little bit. Let's get back on topic now, because now we're 16 minutes distracted by various things, right? So thank you so much to the $2 tipper who likes the shirt. Let's get you up on the leaderboard. It was an anonymous $2 tip, by the way. So let's now talk about how stuff's been going. Well, it couldn't have been going better because, ladies and gentlemen, ever since I rebooted my stream goals, call them now the King's Coffers, and this goal now includes all super chats, all super stickers, and tips all into that daily goal. We have hit it 6 straight streams. In fact, the stream the other day, the WWE Champion stream, was insane. We ended up raising like $700 on that stream. Who would have thought that WWE Champions, the mobile game, would be a $700 stream for me, right? So things are going great right now with that. It's absolutely nuts. And I'm very happy, obviously, with that. You guys are helping me so much. As I've told you, long term, some of the plans that we have is, number 1, to get a new dishwasher. Number 2, to get a fan installed in our dining room because it's all messed up. We have no light in there right now. Number 3, to possibly replace our washer dryer. One thing that I was talking about, number 4, is if we have an electrician to come and install a fan down there, maybe I'll have a fan installed up here in the office too, so I can have ceiling air circulation. That would be great for the office, I'm sure. So maybe I'll end up doing both in the same day when this electrician is here. But ideally, long term, this is like if I can keep this support going for an extended period of time. Number 1, I want to get a better streaming PC. I was going to migrate over to my wife's PC. But I feel like the better thing to do then would just be to buy a new streaming PC. So that way it's future-proofed and it'll probably last me another decade, right? I don't know what that would cost because it's only going to be for capturing and streaming at high quality. That's it. I'm not going to do anything else with it. But that's something that I would like to do long term. And then longest term, I want to start taking more days off. It won't be every week, but let's say twice a month, I have 2 days off a week instead of 1. So that way I have time to do stuff with my wife. Like, we were just having the conversation the other day that, we want to go start looking at dishwashers. I was like, well, when are we going to do that? Because our day off, we already got this we got to do, this we got to do, this we got to do. It's like, oh my God, right? So if I had a second day off, we could have a day to just be for ourselves so we can go out and do stuff. And I mean, I haven't had 2 days off a week, like, ever. No, I mean it. Like, ever. Ever since I became a full-time YouTuber, I'm here 6 days a week. No exaggeration. I used to work 7 days a week. I used to only take a half day off to spend time with my parents and have dinner once a week. And then I would go right back to work. That's how crazy it's been my life since I became a YouTuber. So to be able to, scale back and have an extra day off would be amazing. And it's you guys and your support right now that are allowing us to dream big and try to do this stuff. All right. So thank you. You guys are amazing. I really appreciate everything that you're doing for us. Thank you for that. And let's keep it going, because the more we keep it going, the better things we'll get. Like I said, not only get these things that we need for the house, but get the new streaming PC, and then also be able to have some time off to spend with my wife would be amazing. Okay? So, good stuff. So, how's it been going? Well, yesterday was a full day of reacting. We had the DSP versus the Internet clip show on DSP Reacts, and we had Retro React to Resident Evil 1 Director's Cut over on DSP Throwback. Both shows went well. Both shows, we hit the king streak. We hit the support levels. The react show went pretty good. A big variety of clips. 2 videos are live. More will go live over the week, 1 a day. But if you become a member over there, you can actually watch the archive stream right now. That's how it works. It's one of the benefits for that. Cool. What was I going to say? Last night on the Retro React stream, we got really far. And it looks like next week, we're going to finish Resident Evil 1 Director's Cut. So it went really well. People are really enjoying the chill vibes of that stream. We reminisce about old school horror games, and we have a good time together. Next week, we will beat it. And then after that, we're going to start up a new horror game. And the question is, what should we do? And I think we should do a Silent Hill game. I think for October, playing through a Silent Hill game, and watching the original playthrough would be amazing. But I guess the question really is, which one? So, for example, here's my original Silent Hill playthrough on DSPGaming. It is from... trying to find it. Let's click on the first video. It is from April 17th, 2012. So I played Silent Hill 1 in 2012, and it's not even direct capture. So that's a throwback. That's definitely a throwback playthrough, and it's 39 parts, so it would be enough. That would carry us through all of October for Retro React. So that's pretty wild. Or we could do my original Silent Hill 2 playthrough. Okay. The original Silent Hill 2 playthrough was... everyone. March 28th, 2012. So, it's really up to you guys, like, what you would want. I'm down for either. I mean, the thing is that Silent Hill 2 is coming out, the remake is coming out October 8th. So, I don't know if we want to be watching back the original while I'm playing the remake, right? I'm not sure. If we do Silent Hill 1, now at least we're doing something a little different, correct? So, I don't know. We'll have to see. Like, we have to determine this. And, I'm curious what you guys want, but we'll figure it out, because next week we're beating Resident Evil 1 Director's Cut. And then we're going to go into a Silent Hill game for October, so that'll be fun, okay? Oh, and by the way, the Red Dead Redemption Undead Nightmare playthrough continues over there. Pretty much every other day, alternated with Grand Theft Auto Vice City. So if you're interested in seeing throwback playthroughs restored and now with HD graphics, 60 frames per second, music that can be played and not muted. You can still hear the music, but it doesn't get the freaking thing muted or blocked. Definitely check out DSP Throwback over the next month. You're gonna have a good time with all kinds of spooky horror content. Okay. All right. So that's what we did yesterday, and it was a great day. And like I said, the streak continued. Good stuff. Now today, what are we doing? Well, it's going to be Astrobot continuing on this channel, which I'm excited for. Astrobot's been a great playthrough. I'm glad that I picked it to play this month. We're going to beat World 4, and then we're going to head into World 5, the final major world of the game. I don't think we're beating it today. I think we're going to need at least another major stream, because I've heard that there's endgame secret content and stuff that you can do. So that'll be tomorrow, or today into later this week. And then late stream tonight, I'm really excited for this one. The Return of Marvel vs. Capcom collection, they fixed it. They patched the collection. Now the matchmaking works, and you can play any of the games without having issues trying to find opponents. It'll match up fine. And everyone's saying the collection's like hot now, like over 1,000 players constantly playing it. So there's going to be a good player base to play against. So I hope you'll join me tonight for the MVC collection. That should be great. Tomorrow, it's going to be a day of Street Fighter 6 fun, as it is the release of Terry Bogard, the Lone Wolf, in Street Fighter 6. It should be great. I cannot wait to try him out. I've played him in Fatal Fury as well as King of Fighters over the years, so I know his moveset. Just don't know how he's going to play in Street Fighter, probably very differently. So tomorrow, all day long, we explore. We go into training mode. We do his trials and tutorials. We try to mess around with stuff in the lab and figure out, bread and butter basics and combos. Then we go online. We do some casual play. Then we do ranked. And we'll see how we do with Terry Bogard tomorrow on both streams. Okay? Wednesday, there is no podcast because I'm going to be, during that time I would be doing my podcast, I'm going to be appearing on the Cultaholic show, Desert Island Graps, which I've already talked about. That's going to be fun. When I'm done with that, I'm going to come back and start broadcasting here, and we're going to play more of the casting of Frank Stone. And then on the late stream on Wednesday night, we're going to be doing WWE Champions. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles event continues for week 2. So we're going to be checking out who's the new Ninja Turtle, how do you get them, you know, what are the new tours, what's the new content to do in the game. I'm going to try to be leaguing up because I have to league up better in order to get to better month-long events. It's going to be a fun stream. We'll probably do a mega pull for the new Ninja Turtle character if we get the streak continuing, if we hit that goal that day, okay? Then on Thursday, number 1, I may or may not have an interview. I would like to have an interview, but I cannot guarantee you that I have one because the person who I'm interviewing has a crazy busy life just like me, and they're not sure if they're going to be available Thursday morning or not. They won't know till Wednesday night. If they are, then there will not be a standard podcast. Instead, there's going to be an interview, much like I did the interviews with Keemstar and Craig and June the King. It's going to be a similar style where I'll turn on the stream and we'll get technical stuff worked out. This time, I'll be using the gaming PC over here. So it'll be interesting to try to get that working and up to snuff. And then we're going to do an interview with this person on Thursday morning. If this person's not available, then we're just going to do a standard podcast, and then we're going to continue on with Astrobot on the first stream, and then on the late stream, it's going to be probably Street Fighter 6 again, but maybe the MVC collection. I'm not here on Friday for Friday Night Fights, so I'm thinking one night, like probably Thursday night, we'll do one of the games, and then Saturday night, we'll do the other game that I didn't play. We'll alternate the fighting games, okay? And that's my streaming week. 4 more days, including today. All right, so we've got a wild week, 4 more streaming days. Boom, 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 boom. And I hope that you guys are excited for that, okay? All right, so there you have it, my friends. That's what's going on. Now, please, if you're here and you're ready for a chill podcast, because we're about to check out the suggestion box after I talk a little bit about gaming news, please like the stream. We'll have almost 300 viewers and climbing. We got 32 likes. Let's get that up to 50 likes right now. If you're here and you're enjoying the podcast and you're ready for some suggestion box and some fun, please like the stream and let's get it to 50 likes. Now, currently we have no super chats, no super stickers, no memberships, and no tips. I just lied. We did have one tip earlier. It was the $2 tip. Okay? Let's get some contributions going. Let's get the momentum going. Let's get it moving so that we can get that king streak to continue to 7 today. And, you know, and let's fill the king's. Remember, whenever we hit that streak, my detractors get incredibly upset. It's hilarious. Here's why. All right. I know that we haven't watched any specific videos recently. That's on purpose. Trust me. I have some ideas of what we're going to be doing with my detractors very, very soon. Okay. So don't worry about that. We're going to be doing some primo content soon when we get to it. But every single time that the streak ends, they rejoice like it's the end of the world. You remember how they rejoiced when the June the King documentary was coming out, saying this is going to be the end of DSP, and then it literally did the opposite? Remember that? So then their next thing is, oh, well, the streak's going to end and his support's going to end. And then every time that it's ended, it comes right back. And then they get so pissed off again. And then they just cope and seethe and make excuses about it. They don't understand. They really don't understand this. People like me. They like my content. They don't care about the shit that they obsess over, those detractors, and they want to see me be successful and be happy. So because of that, the streak keeps coming back, you know? And the thing is, I'm listening to your feedback. That's the reason we changed the King's goals here to be King's coffers and to include all of the different kinds of contributions, not just tips, because that's what everyone was saying. Like, you know, you'd have a way easier time if everyone's contributions would be counted. Why are you just so hyper-focused on tips? And the truth is, you're right. Now that I've made more, I just got paid by YouTube, I'm good right now. Like, I'm good to go. I don't have to worry about liquidity and every day raising all tips. So because of that, any contributions are greatly appreciated. Big super chats, hey, that's great. I no longer have to be like, oh, you know, the super chat was good, but, you know, I really wish that you tipped me. I'm not going to be saying dumb shit like that anymore, right? Because I was stupid to begin with that I had to say that and act like that, and now I don't have to. All right? So, good stuff. Don't worry. We will be felting the detractors soon. I have plans for that, okay? I really do. We just haven't gotten around to it yet. But remember, every day when we're hitting this king streak, every single time, they are seething and freaking out and they can't take it. And that's the cool thing about it. Not only are you supporting me and my content, allowing me to do better content, improve my setup, do new things, branch out, you're also helping me in my personal life behind the scenes, which is insanely awesome. And thank you so much for that. And you're also making the dregs of society, the worst people on the planet, hope and seethe about my success because they can't fucking stand it. So it's a win, win, win in every direction. All right. So let's get some support in. How are we doing on those likes? 41 likes. Let's get it to 50 likes. We got over 300 viewers now. Let's get up to 50 likes right now. Liking the stream helps the channel immensely. It lets this channel be found in YouTube search. I actually had people leaving comments on videos like 2 days ago. I don't even watch DSP and this showed up. I can't believe it. Like they can't believe it. They're like, this video showed up in my feed. How? DSP never shows up in anyone's feed. And they left a comment on the video, which helped engagement again. I was like, that's exactly how it works. You understand? So please consider liking the video. I don't know why you wouldn't. If you're over 300 people here, you would think you would like the video because you're here to have a good time, correct? So please give it a like. Let's hit at least 50 likes right away. And then let's get some contributions in. Right now, we have no super chats whatsoever. I want to get someone into the top super chat spot. And we have an anonymous $2 tipper. Let's get a named person there to get some recognition for contributions, shall we? All right, let's do it. Now, one thing before we get to suggestion box today, an announcement was made this morning. I don't know if you guys heard this or not. Sony is doing a late night chill with Darkside Phil stream. Excuse me, no, that's the slideshow. Sony is doing a state of play tomorrow, and there were rumors about this, but no one had confirmed it yet. Well, Sony finally confirmed it this very morning. All right, state of play returns tomorrow. 3 p.m. Pacific time, 6 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be broadcasting. I'll be playing with Terry Bogard in Street Fighter 6. So I'm not going to be watching this live, okay? But updates for over 20 titles. State of Play is back. Tune in live for news and updates on more than 20 upcoming PS5 and PSVR 2 games. They might as well didn't they just give up on this? Like, they realized no one bought it, right? No one bought PSVR 2. They actually stopped production on it because so few people had bought it. The shelves are so lined with these units, they don't need to make any more ever. So they just need to give up on that. They're going to waste everyone's time. So it's a 30-plus minute show. It says it begins at 3 p.m. And then regarding co-streaming and video on demand, this may include copywritten content and licensed music that we don't control. We welcome and celebrate our amazing co-streamers and creators, but licensing agreements outside of our control could interfere with co-streams or video on-demand archives of the broadcast. If you're planning to save the broadcast as a video on-demand to create recap videos or to repost clips, we advise omitting any copyrighted music. How about this? Don't fucking include it. You stupid buffoons. If you actually are encouraging people in the community to do live reacts to your broadcast, don't put the licensed music in your fucking broadcast, you incredible mouth drooler who wrote this fucking blog post. You're broadcasting. You control what's in the broadcast. To say, oh, we don't control that. Yes, you do. It's the Sony broadcast. If a game creator is making a game and they present a trailer to you with licensed music, do you know what you say? No, I'm not going to put that in my broadcast until you release the fucking music. We don't want the broadcast to get claimed and blocked on YouTube or Twitch. Hey, Sony, use your fucking brains. This is the dumbest thing I've ever read. It's your broadcast, right? What are you talking about? You control it. Fucking morons. I mean, that really pisses me off. They're just so moronic. But anyway, so this is tomorrow, 3 p.m. my time. But like I said, I'll be playing with Terry Bogard in Street Fighter 6. I'm sure many of you will probably tune into it, and you'll be telling me all about it as it's happening. And what I will do is try to get caught up with it and talk about it. But the thing is, I'm not doing a podcast on Wednesday. So probably the earliest I'd even be able to talk about it is Thursday. And that's only if I'm not doing the interview. So what is going to end up happening here, I'm probably going to end up backed up with all these topics. And then I'm probably going to talk about them the next show that I have a real podcast, which may be as late as Saturday. Okay. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, yeah, state of play tomorrow. The funny thing about this, two things. Number one, they're claiming it's going to be over 20 titles, but it's only around 30 minutes long. So basically you're admitting you're not going to give any substance to most of this thing. It's just going to be like a quick blurb about each game that doesn't say much. Because if it wasn't, you'd be like, oh, we're deep diving into 5 big Sony titles that you want to know about. No, it's like 30 or 20 games in 30 minutes, so you get 10, a minute each. Like, that's like barely anything, right? Like, I don't know how they're gonna have enough time to really discuss anything, but I guess we'll find out. It's gonna be one of those shows where it's like clip, 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 and you don't really learn anything about anything, right? Okay, so State of Play tomorrow if you guys are interested. All right, awesome. So thank you guys for chilling with me here today. What I'd like to do, all right, for this next segment, I would like to basically go back to the suggestion box, because I feel like yesterday when we went through this, it was pretty meaningful. We actually got some good stuff out of it, and I think we were about halfway through it. And I think that it'll be good. It'll be good to get more suggestions from you guys. If you're not aware, yes, there is a suggestion box. If you type !suggestion into the stream chat, it pops up the link to post in it. And it's been sitting there for 2 months untouched. So now it's funny because we're reviewing some of these suggestions, and some of them are completely outdated because they're from stuff that I'm already doing or stuff that won't apply anymore because things have changed so much in the last 2 months, right? But let's see. Let's go back to the suggestions and see what else you guys have. And once again, guys, let's get some contributions. And we got nothing. We have 1 tip for all morning. However, we did hit 50 likes. So thank you all for that. We got 53 likes in climbing. We've got 325 viewers in climbing. Let's get that up. Let's get that to 100 likes today on the podcast here on DSPGaming. Let's get that engagement up. All right, click that like button. All right, let's get to the suggestion box, shall we? Here we go. So we're going to pick up where we left off. This is where we were yesterday. So someone has suggested that on my community tab, all right, I basically do posts that are like, you could set them to expire. So I tested this last night. Here's the weird thing about this, okay? So if I go to my community tab right now and I want to do a post, let's say I'm going to say, that's the post, right? So I can schedule that post. Right now, let's say I want to schedule that post for tomorrow at, I don't know, 11:30 a.m. I just typed blah, blah, blah. I'm going to say test post for scheduling, right? There we go. Local time. So I can schedule it here on the desktop, all right? And it works, but all that happens is it schedules and it will post tomorrow, but it won't expire. Here's what I found out. Here's how dumb this shit is. You ready for this? The only way you can make a post on your community tab on your channel and have it have an expiration date is to post it with your phone. Why? It doesn't even make sense. The only way to post a post on the community tab that will go away and expire at a certain date or time is to use your phone. Because the option to say, hey, it expires at this date, remove it, only shows up in the YouTube app. It doesn't show up on the desktop website. Why not? Why the hell not? It doesn't even make sense to me. Why would you have an option that only works on the app? Because I don't post up my streams on the app. What I do is I copy the address of the upcoming stream, and I put it all, I copy paste it onto Twitter, and then I copy it onto the community tab on the desktop version here on my streaming computer. So you're telling me that if I want to have a post that expires, like let's say it's, oh, here's today's Astrobot stream, right? Well, after the Astrobot stream is over, it goes private. You don't want people trying to use that link again. And that's what this person is saying right here. They're basically saying, dude, all of your posts are dead. People go to your community tab, they see a whole bunch of dead links, and that's not good. You should make it so they expire. I agree, but they won't let me do it on desktop because they're morons. Again, this is I keep saying about YouTube and its coders and shit. They really are book smart, not street smart. So some big-brained nerd said this is a great feature, and they programmed it into only the app, and then never thought, oh, I should also put that on the desktop version of YouTube. It was too complex of a notion that you would want that on the app and on the real version of YouTube as well. They only put it into the app. And then there's no way you can ever talk to YouTube and be like, hey, nerd, put it on the desktop too, because this is a business that I run, and I want to have that ability to do it every day on my desktop, not on my phone, because I don't do all my shit on my phone. I do it on my desktop because I'm a professional, I'm a business person. But I can't. There's no direct nerd line. They should have a nerd line. There should be a button on YouTube that says contact the nerds. And you click it, and then you get a direct line to the nerds to tell them what they fucked up. It should be like you had the bat phone. Remember they had the bat phone and the Adam West bat? They should have the nerd line. You click it, and it fucking nerdy sounds play in their office. They're like, what the fuck? It starts playing. And they have to be alerted. And then they open. Yes, what's going on? You fucked up again. You only put this feature on the mobile app, not on the desktop version. I use the desktop version because I'm a businessman. I'm not fucking around on my phone all day. What do you mean? Everyone uses phone. Just fucking put it on the desktop. All right. And then they hang up and they fix it, right? But they don't. There's nothing like that. Obviously, I'm being ridiculous, okay? Don't take this segment seriously. I'm joking. But I think you see my point. Why the hell is there an incredibly useful feature only in the worst version of YouTube that I would never use? I would never post up a fucking community post of here's my upcoming stream through my mobile app. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Maybe I should. I don't know. I mean, how could I do that? It would be way more complicated. I don't even know. Let me check something out. Can I even see my upcoming streams on my mobile? So if I go to view channel, I can see featured. I can see for you. I can see my upcoming live stream. It does work. Let me try switching to DSPGaming and clicking on it and going to view channel. Yeah, I would be able to copy this, I think. Share. Yeah, and then what I could do is a community post on here and say, hey, everyone, you know, join me right now live, and I have to schedule it for when it's actually going to go live. And then I could put up the expiration. That's interesting. In fact, why don't I just do that right now? I'm going to test this. We're going to do a test live, okay? So I'm going to go for my Marvel stream tonight, share, copy the link. I'm going to go to the community post. Here we go. Join, or say tonight's late night stream of the Marvel versus Capcom. I can't type on this phone. I really can't. I have fat thumbs. I can barely type on a phone. Capcom Collection is live. The game is patched and working fully. So let's throw down, beat up scrubs, and get the wins. And let's keep the Kings streak alive. Then I do this. I do paste. There's the link. Then I do schedule for today at, I want that to go live at 6:45 p.m. And an expiration, I want that to expire. You've got to be kidding me. You can only make it expire in 24 hours. So this will clean up my community page, but only 24 hours later. You can't set it to expire. Like, I would have it expire around like 10 p.m. So the link would disappear at 10 so no one tries to click a dead link. Nope. You can only set it up to expire in 24 hours. Where's the nerd line? Where's the nerd line? Hold on. Where is it? Where's the nerd line? Someone show... Nerds. Nah, what is it, DSP? You fucked up again, nerds. Oh my God. Who would want the ability to delete it only in 24 hours? Why wouldn't you fucking want to be able to program it when you want it to go away? I'm so disgusted. I am so disgusted. And no, you cannot do a community post as a draft from what I'm seeing. Someone just asked, can you do it as a draft and have it post later? No, from what I'm seeing, there's no way to post something as a draft and post it later. All you can do is you can have it be for certain people of member levels, and you can do it as a scheduled post, and that's it. So this is worthless. This is literally worthless. There's no reason to do that. The only thing that I could do then, right, would be just manually delete the links after the fact. There's a problem with that, though. When you do a community post, you get engagement on it. You get likes and stuff, and that actually helps your channel. If you delete the community post, you lose that engagement. It's the same as if you delete a video. You're deleting the engagement that you earn. And some posts get good engagement. So I'd be shooting myself in the foot deleting engagement. Do I want to do that? I'm trying, guys. Really, I'm trying. But until we get a nerd line, contract the nerds. Apparently, I can't get anything done. They program and they don't test. They don't ask for feedback. Again, book smart, not street smart. They're not, the people who code at Google and at YouTube don't sit there using the site all day. They don't operate YouTube channels like I do. So they don't know the functionality. They create it and then they just unleash it to the wild and just hope it works. And then that's it. Hands off forever. Like the first piece of feedback that they would ever get from the, oh, I want this post to expire is let me set the time it expires. Not 24 hours or nothing. It's let me set the time that it expires. Duh. But that's common sense. And sadly, these nerds don't have it. They have this high-end level coding sense. They have no common sense. That's the difference. Okay? Anyway, I received a $5 tip from One Sick Puppy. Have you decided whether you're going to play Zelda or not? You know, I'm really thinking hard about this. So this Thursday, Zelda comes out, correct? And I'm really on the fence about it. And the reason I'm on the fence about it is I'm not sold that people want to see me play it. Like, it's not like a mainstream Zelda game. It's not like, you know, Breath of the Wild or Tears of the Kingdom. This is like a top-down, cutesy graphics from the makers of Link's Awakening remake Zelda. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that means it's not going to be good. What I'm saying is I don't know if it's going to get very much attention, all right? If people are going to really care that much about seeing me play it. Especially because we're in the fall now, we're heading into spooky season, and it might be that people want to see me play something more appropriate. For example, the Dead Rising remaster. Like, I am getting people asking me to play the Dead Rising remaster, and I'm like, nah, I don't know yet. So, I'm not sure at all if we should do it yet, right? What do you guys think? I've been asking you guys for feedback, and there seems to be like a 50-50 split. Some people are like, yeah, we want to see you play the new Zelda. And others like, nah, these first-party Nintendo titles, especially this one because it's not a big release, doesn't look that good. So I don't know. The physics look really interesting, moving objects around. Yeah. So I don't know. I really don't know what to do. Listen, I like classic top-down Zelda. Link to the Past is my favorite Zelda game of all time. I liked Link Between Worlds, but I just didn't get a chance to play it ever. I had it on 3DS. I never really played it besides like the first 5-10 hours. And I really liked the what was it called? Link's Awakening. I thought that was good too. Anso Kamaru says, I got it early. I don't know how you got it early. He's 10 hours in. It's fun, but it's nothing spectacular either. I like it more than open world slop, though. I mean, I think we would all agree the top-down Zeldas are better. Okay, now we probably wouldn't all agree, right? But, yeah, I know what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. So, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm like, here's the deal with the schedule. Today, it's Astrobot. Tomorrow, it's Terry Bogard in Street Fighter 6, and then Wednesday It's more of the casting of Frank Stone. We're not going to be done with Astrobot or Frank Stone by Thursday. We're just not. Okay? So I don't think we're going to start a new game. Right now, what we'll do is we'll continue on with the games we have. Once we wrap one up, like once we beat Astrobot or we beat the casting of Frank Stone, then we're looking for another game. And maybe when that happens, then it's like, okay, do we do Dead Rising Remastered? Do we do Zelda? You know, but that's probably going to be next week. So maybe we have some time to think about it and we tackle that question again next week when we're starting to wrap up the games I'm playing. Okay? It's not a no. It's a I don't know. You know, I'm interested in it, but I'm not sold that people are going to want it. Okay? Okay. Guys, we're up to 64 likes. Let's get it to 100 likes. We have almost 350 viewers today. Let's keep that rolling. Let's get it to 100 likes, okay? Thank you for liking. And of course, guys, please, let's get some support. We don't even have a single super chat or super sticker yet today. Let's change that. Let's get someone on the leaderboard right now as the top super chatter of the day, shall we? And by the way, I'm going to keep checking because I want to see when these new heat reflecting blackout curtains are coming. It's saying they're coming between 12 to 3 p.m. They're out for delivery, but it doesn't say how many stops away it is yet. So I have to keep checking when it's finally going to tell me how many stops away it is, and that's when I know it's almost here. Okay. Okay, let's get back to the suggestion box. So thank you very much for this suggestion. We looked into it. Sadly, it doesn't look like there's really a way to fix this because the scheduling stuff doesn't work. The only thing I could do is after the fact delete the posts. But if I do that, I lose all engagement that I gained on the post, which is kind of shooting myself in the foot. So I don't know if I want to do that. We'll have to look further into this down the line. Okay. All right. OP Boone says you can add up to 14 links to your YouTube channel's About section. That could be a great place to put a link to the current suggestion box, an active community tab poll, a Google Doc with your game release schedule, and more. This can be found by going to your channel dashboard, going to customization and basic info. I am aware of that. Currently, here's what I have in that. If I go to, here it is, About. I have my throwback channel. I have my React channel. I have Twitter. And I have a link to send a tip. That's what I have in those links right now. I think to change it, you do it from here. You go to customize your channel. You look here. And then here it is. Yeah, it's further down the page. Here it is. You're right. So I could add more links. But I guess the question is, what link would be the most, like, what other important links could I really put on there? Suggestion box, I don't think so because it changes frequently. I'd rather just have it as a chat command. Active community tab poll, well, we don't have one right now. A Google Doc with your game release schedule. I mean, I could set that up, but it does frequently fluctuate. I don't see a lot of people going there and using those links for much. You know what I mean? I don't see that happening. I think like the biggest ones, the most important ones are already there. And the other ones are like, I talk about them on stream. Like the throne link that we just created. If people want to get something for Jasper Kitty, I mean, that's there now, right? So I just think that having a few links there is a good idea, but not too many. If I have like 20 links there, people are going to be like, what's all this shit? Right? Like too many. If you guys have other suggestions for very important links I could put there, I'm all ears, but I'm not really aware of another major link besides my other channels, my Twitter account, and here's how you send me a tip. I'm not sure what else I would want to put there. Darziak says, I think using a site like Linktree would be more beneficial. You show all the links on one screen. Yeah, there are those services, right? Where you can put all your links on one page. So I could literally have all 3 of my YouTube channels, my Twitter account, send a tip here. Here's my Throne account. Here, you know, I could just post everything, right? Like I'd have everything on at a glance. And maybe that would work. Maybe that would be good. I guess I'll have to look into that. I think that would make more sense than putting stuff in that About area of the YouTube channel. I just don't feel like a lot of people use that About area too often. And because of that, I don't think like it's going to have much of an impact. Okay. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I received the first super chat of the day. It's a $5 super chat from Spawn Killer. You still have your beer stein at a Cafe Press merch store? No, I haven't used Cafe Press in like a decade. No. And no, this new merch place does not have beer steins. Right now they just have mugs. Is it possible that long term they can expand their product line? Yes. Are they going to do that right away? No. I'll let you know if and when that happens, but right now, no, there will not be any beer steins available. That was a relic of the past from over a decade ago. Limited edition. You should have got it when it was available. Okay. How about community tab poll set up to decide the next game you play? You do this sometimes before big events. It especially works well if there's an opening and plenty of games to choose from. It makes for a reliable system where fans can say they actually told you to play a certain game. Here's the thing. I like using community tab polls for big events. For example, we are going to be using this coming up for the Halloween event. We're going to have a thread where you guys are going to post up on the community tab in a thread and nominate games. Then I'm going to look for the most nominated games after a couple of weeks, and then we're going to set up a community tab poll where you guys will vote and determine what games I'll actually play on Halloween. Okay, so that is coming up. However, when it comes to determining games to play just for like a random, like let's say this week, right? I put up a poll, and the poll is Zelda Echoes or whatever it's called, Dead Rising Remaster, Epic Mickey Remastered, which I believe comes out the same day as Zelda, and a fourth game. I hate to say it, the trolls, my detractors, are shitbags. We all know this. They found ways to kind of game the system. They found ways to get hundreds of artificial votes into those polls. There's been times when everyone on my stream says you should play this game, then I put up a poll, and the result is completely the opposite of what everyone asked for on stream. It's like, well, how is that possible? Because the trolls listened to what people wanted and virtually voted for the opposite, so that way I would play the game no one wants, in the hopes that people won't show up and won't support it. And they've done this many times. This is not like a one-time thing. They've screwed with this many times to try to mess with my revenue and my views and my income, okay? So, I hate to say it, online polls for certain events, like oh, let's get some Halloween games in or whatever, that usually works fine. But when it comes to just in general picking a game to play, it doesn't usually work that well. And I've tried many different places to do polling. I've tried the YouTube polls. I've tried third-party websites that do polling. They find ways to game them all, you know? So it kind of sucks, but what can you do? But I don't think that we'd be using that just for games here or there, left or right, but maybe for big events, I'll still use it, okay? The Predator Ponage. I would suggest keeping some kind of fidget toy around during your podcast. I notice you pick at your face and your ears a lot. As a new viewer, it can be distracting from the point you're making. Jasper, careful. He slipped. It may also be a good way to keep your hands warmed up for gameplay after. No. What you're seeing me do is what everyone does. I have acne, and it's disgusting. And sometimes I'll just be feeling, oh, man. And it's gross, but I mean, I wish I didn't have acne, but I do. You know, you just got to deal with it. It's not a big deal. And you're saying, oh, no, I pick my ear. Yeah, because it itches. I'm a human. So what you want me to, a fidget toy? No, I don't need a fidget toy. I guess I need to not be human. I need to have my entire body be completely numb. So what I'm going to do from now on, I'm just going to like pop pills before I go on stream. So when I come on stream, I'm all doped up. So I don't have an itchy ear. I don't feel a pimple on my head. I don't touch anything, right? Or how about this? You could stop being so ridiculous and requesting nonsense. Like, like, what are you talking about? Don't ever touch your body ever. Oh, thanks for that advice. That's really, so don't be a human. Got it. Okay, that was a good suggestion. I mean, really, what is that? I noticed that you touch your skin and your ears and stuff. You should have a fidget toy. I don't need a fucking fidget toy, you idiot. I'm a human that has things that distract me sometimes. Deal with it. Just like sometimes I have to snort because I have post-nasal drip. Sometimes I have to clear my throat when it's allergy season and my throat's all gunked up, right? Like, these are normal human reactions to stimuli. No one is immune to stimuli. You understand? Like, right now, I'm not kidding. I just got a little itch in the back of my head right here, and I'm scratching it. Is that so hard? Is that bothering you? Oh, I'm sorry. So here's what you can do. Watch the show with the camera off. Turn the video off. And just listen to the audio, and then no one has to hear this. Like, what are you complaining about? What the hell are you complaining about? What a stupid thing to say. Seriously, and who is this guy? The Predator Ponage? I've never even seen him on a stream. No, you know what he's saying? Let's just listen to this. You need a fidget toy. You know what he's saying? Oh, you're autistic, and people with autism need fidget toys to keep themselves occupied. That's what he's saying. It's a sneak diss. You think I'm fucking stupid or something? I'm not stupid. You're the jackass. Congrats, because you're never in chat. I don't know who the fuck you are. What an asshole. Fucking morons. Anyway, let's continue. From Ultra Materializer X, I think you should replace Tier 1 Tips goal and always wear glasses. You're getting older and you need to protect your eyeballs. If you haven't noticed, we haven't been doing the goals. Why? Because they've been phased out. All right? Now, if there's a day when my eyes are burning, and I think it's going to benefit me to wear the Gunner glasses, I'm just going to put them on. If there's a day when we're having a fun stream, and everyone's excited and we're all hype and everything, and we want to get a hat going, we'll just put on a hat. It doesn't have to be for a certain level of support. The support should be forthcoming because you like the content, because you want to see success, because you want to see me improve my setup, because you want to hear about great things improving in my life, and because you want to felt the fuck out of my dumbass detractors. That should be while you're supporting the content, right? Not because, oh, I came on the stream today because I wanted to see him put on a pair of glasses, right? I want to see Phil put on a hat. Like that, I get it. Those were motivations years ago, like the vest streak. Those were motivations years ago. Those are far outdated now, all right? Which is why it's hilarious when we haven't talked about these things, and then all of a sudden you'll get a bunch of people come on a stream and be like, where's the vest? Where's this? Where's that? Like, what are you talking about? We haven't even done it in weeks. We're done with that. We're far past it. I don't have to dress up for you to have fun. You're having fun already, right? So here's the thing. Today, if my eyes start to burn or whatever, I'll put on the Gunner glasses. Same thing. Today we're playing Astrobot, and we're having hype fun, and we hit the King's streak, and we're all having a good time. Maybe I'll just toss on a hat. Maybe I'll put on the Bender hat, the robot hat for Astrobot. That'd be funny, right? I think that'd be fun. But that's the thing. Like, people get so stuck in their ways. When was the last time I even mentioned one of those goals? Right? We don't have tiered goals. Does it say 50, 100, 150, or 2? We don't have that. We have the King's coffers on purpose, right? Speaking of which, let's get some support going. Right now, we are currently at 74 likes. Let's get that to 100 likes. We have over 350 viewers, and I know we can hit it. So let's get some more likes here on stream. We have one super chatter, Spawn Killer. Let's get someone to unseat Spawn Killer right now and become the top super chatter with $6. Let's get another tip in. We have one sick puppy with $5. Let's get a new top tipper. Let's get that going. Let's get the coffers rolling, right? So that way we can get a good head start rather than talking about it the entire time I'm playing Astrobot, right? Jade, you're going to a convention? That's cool. I'm glad to hear it. You have a lot of fun when you go to conventions, right? Are you meeting anyone in particular at this convention? All right, let's continue. I just saw Maven Huffman promote a YouTube Premium 2 free month trial. He said he earns commissions. Maybe something new YouTube is pushing. Maybe we're checking your channel. Yeah, there's nothing, dude. You have to understand something. I am never going to get those opportunities. YouTube doesn't like me. Did you know YouTube had on their YouTube actual, Twitter account, they actually do YouTube anniversaries of people who've been on the channel for a long time. They've posted up creators far smaller than me. They have never posted me up on there. I've been on there. DSPGaming's been around since April of 2010. I've been on this channel or this website for over 14 years. Never once have they celebrated me being here. Why? My detractors. It's that simple. If there wasn't this negative shit detractors hating on me constantly, they would probably be happy and celebrate. But they know if they make a social media post about me, the detractors are going to shit all over it. So they don't bother. So the same thing here. They're not going to offer me the opportunity to do a YouTube premium thing. I'm never going to get that. And I think that people just need to understand that, right? Like, sadly, I'm not going to be given the opportunity to do this kind of shit. Just like when I was on Twitch, and at first I was given the opportunity to do the sponsored streams, and I did 2 of them, and then immediately I was banned from the program, and then Twitch continued to lie about me and say I wasn't banned, even though I was, because of my detractors. My detractors went and harassed the game makers of the games that did the sponsorships with me, and they told Twitch they didn't want me to do them ever again because the level of harassment they got. You see? So anyway, this will never happen. You have to understand. That's something you just have to get through your head. My support comes from viewers and fans. It's never going to come from some major company. YouTube is not going to be like, oh, here's a referral link to get people to do YouTube Premium. All right? It's too wishful thinking. It's never going to happen. Plus, I'm too small time anyway. They're going to give that opportunity to somebody big, not to me. Right? Add a command with gaming PC. We have it. Right now, guys, there's a PC command. Go ahead. Do the PC command right now, and you will see all the specs of my current PC. In fact, updated from that because there's actually more updated specs because I have a better SSD now. There it is. So thermal take tower, that's there. The Intel, yep, that's there. The GeForce RTX, that's there. I have the better hard drive. I have the RAM is correct. I put up the better hard drive that I actually have, and the PSU. The rest didn't fit because it cut off, I think. Didn't fit. But there you go. There's my specs. Cool. Okay. Here we go. I received a $12 tip. Thank you so much. New top tipper from Mr. Fixed Minute Mayonnaise. That's disgusting. But I appreciate the generous tip of $12. Let's get a nice animation for you. Let's get you up on the leaderboard. Mr. Fixed Minute Mayonnaise. Wow. Mr. Mixed Minute Mayo. And with that, we are now up to $24 in tips. Excuse me, $24 in the King's coffers, I should say. Let me clarify there, okay? So thank you for that. Okay. We got a new top tipper. Now, let's get a new top super chatter, shall we? Okay, continuing on. I'm here because of the casino. Well, thank you, Trevor. Now, I don't know if Trevor's still around, because here's what happened, okay? I started doing all this stuff with Kino Casino. This was in early August, correct? And for all of August, we did a ton of stuff together. First, I was in their chat for a few of their shows, and I would chat with them during their live shows on Kick. Then I appeared on their show, and the appearance went very well, and everyone loved it. Then we did the co-op react to the Review Tech documentary about June the King. That went really well. And then I showed up again on their show right before they went on break, an appearance where I had an interview with Josh Moon, right? And we did the Chain Together gaming co-op as well. And that was at the very end of August. Or excuse me, yeah, very end of August. This was all a month ago, right? So it all went very well. And I got a ton of viewers from Kino Casino coming over during that month. But here's what happened. Basically, Kino Casino's on break for a month. All the hype around Kino Casino's kind of died down. And until those guys come back, a lot of those viewers are gone. Some of you are still here. And thank you to those who are still here and are supporting me, even though the Kino Casino guys aren't around and we're not doing co-ops and stuff. I appreciate those who have hung around and stuck around. Really, I do, because that's nice. I have gotten an increase in viewership and engagement and support as a result of that crossover, all right? And I'm looking forward to more in the future. You know, I'm waiting for those guys to return, and when they return, I know that we will likely be talking about more. They've already gave me, like, the heads up that, yeah, there's some ideas for stuff that we're probably going to be doing together, and I'm down for it, okay? But outside of that, I know that many of the people left because they're like, well, there's no crossover right now. We'll come back when Phil's doing something with the casino again, right? So, I'm here because of the casino, but I agree you shouldn't change your content or your focus based on revived popularity. What you've been doing is working for over a decade. I don't think you should put pressure on yourself to change or cater to a new audience. Stick by your loyal fan base, and the rest of us will decide if we want to stay around or not. I think it would be a mistake to change from what your regulars expect, except for the occasional collab. I completely agree. 100% agree. I want to keep playing games. I want to keep having fun with my react shows and having chill streams and having a good time with my audience. I still want to do new stuff. I'm going to be on this Cultaholic show on Wednesday, branching out a little bit, maybe bring in some more new viewers. I'm going to still be doing interviews over the course of maybe this week, but definitely in October, I want to do some interviews and things and branch out. When the casino comes back, I want to maybe do some more collabs with them. But you're right. I don't want to lose who I am in just doing drama and collabs. You notice there's been some drama content. Yeah, I messed around with LTG. I've dabbled a little bit with Ethan Ralph, and I've felted my detractors a few times. But I don't want every single day to be that. Right now, what we're doing is fun. We're having a good, chill conversation. We're getting interaction in the stream. We're having a good time. I'm learning what you guys want. I'm getting constructive help. This is important to me. I don't want to lose all this because every day I'm going to be in a drama hound and we're doing insult comedy and shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Jade says Kaiba and Yugi for Yu-Gi-Oh! And Brook for One Piece and Deku for My Hero Academia. Oh, so all anime. It's an anime convention. Enjoy meeting the voice actors. It should be a good time, right? I hope you have a good one. I received a $16 tip from Mr. Mixed Minute Mayonnaise. I was really hoping you would abbreviate as Mr. Oh. Well, I didn't. I could do that, though. All right. Now I received a $16 tip from Mr. Mixed Minute Mayonnaise, who wants me to abbreviate his name as Mr. There you go. With that tip, we are now up to $40 and climbing, so thank you so much. How are we doing on engagement? We have 82 likes and climbing, guys. Let's get that up to 100 likes. We have almost 400 viewers on the show right now. Let's get that up to 100 likes. Thank you so much for being here, and please support the channel. I appreciate that. Let's also get a new super chatter up there. Let's get someone to unseat Spawn Killer as the top super chatter, all right? It wouldn't be too hard. He's the only super chatter right now, okay? Okay, shall we continue? Okay. OP Boone, I had already liked and faved this. Since you're now trimming short clips from your streams, you might want to explore editing directly on your computer using recorded video files. I do. Literally, this post that he made over a month ago has helped me. This is how I'm doing clips now. So I take the local file that I've recorded, I open it in the photo app on my computer, I skim through and I select the section and I just cut it right out. It works wonders because I don't have to wait for the stream to process in order to make a clip. I'd like to see you do a playthrough of Mega Man Legends someday, a PS1 game. Yeah, a lot of people have said that. And Mega Man Legends also was known as Mega Man 64 or something like that? Because there was two versions of it. One was PS1 and one was on, like, Nintendo 64. And people have expressed a desire to see me do it at some point. I likely will eventually get to it if it's available. I just don't know how I would play it because I don't know if it's actually available on any modern console. You know what I'm saying? Like, is it available on PS5 or Xbox Series X? I don't think it was ever put on PC. I guess I'd have to look into it. Okay. Posting this here because community posting to allow me to post links without being auto-deleted. If you want to use your Stream Deck as a soundboard with your gaming PC, there's a library. Okay, I'm aware of this. If you don't know what OP Boone is talking about, allow me to show you. Hold on. Hold on. Shoot. One sec. A couple years ago, completely unsolicited, someone sent me this. I have had this for like 2.5 years, and I've never been able to use it because it doesn't work with my current streaming PC. I tried, and the app that you need to enable this device only works on Windows 10 or above. I tried to run it on my current PC. It said, sorry, only compatible with Windows 10 or above. So I've had a Stream Deck for ages, and I cannot use it with my current streaming setup until I get a new streaming PC. Okay? This would work with my gaming PC. Okay? However, it would be limited. Like, for example, what actually would it do? Well, I could do a soundboard. You're right. What I could do is program this to activate, like, sounds. So I could play a sound effect if I wanted with the button. But, because I'm not streaming through my gaming PC, I wouldn't be able to do anything visual. And ideally, what you really want to use Stream Deck for is to do like a funny clip or a funny sound effect or a funny scene transition. Like if you remember ages and ages and ages ago, okay? I used to have a clip from Adam Sandler movie, Billy Madison, where the kid is trying to talk to the girl that Billy Madison likes. And basically he doesn't do like the conversation doesn't go the right way. The kid hangs up and Adam Sandler turns to the kid. He goes, "You blew it." And it's funny. And it's a clip that I was using for all kinds of stuff back in the day. So when I first started doing direct capture live streaming, I had that as a clip. I would play it, and Adam Sandler would just appear on the screen right here. "You blew it." And it was funny because you play doing a playthrough or whatever. But eventually I just stopped doing it because it was a pain in the butt because I didn't have something like this, right? So that's ideally what this would be. But the thing is, if I hook this up to my gaming PC right now, I can't do that. The only thing I could do is set this up to do a soundboard. That's it. You wouldn't see the clip. How would you see it? Right now, for example, here's what you see when I'm showing you the feed from my PC. The browser or the game I'm playing. There's no way to have this open like a freaking video file on my desktop. That would play over everything. "Oh, you blew it." It doesn't do it. What it would do, you would program this to do things in your streaming software, like OBS. Well, I'm not streaming from this PC, so it won't do that, you see? So basically, I'd be very limited. Like he's suggesting a soundboard, right? You can get this soundboard, and you could program it in, and you could have this activate the soundboard on the gaming PC, and I'd have sound. So that is one thing I could do. But that's about it. So I think we should save it for when I do get a new streaming capture PC, and I use it just right from the get-go. I can start using it with scene transitions, pop-up videos, things like that would be funny, right? I think it would be great. Yeah. Or extreme close-ups and stuff. Like I have a close-up command, but I never remember to use it in OBS. Where is it? See? I have a close-up command where I go, no! Or where we do this. Oh, you see, this one's not even set up because this is for when I was on the other camera, but I would never do that anymore. So you do this or you do this. See? This one doesn't work anymore. But this is like, Or, no, I'm not going to do that. See? We could set that up to be a button. So that's easy. You just press the button, snaps right to me, and then I say it, and that would work way better than me having to go through a bunch of scene shit in OBS to try to get it to work. So I'm looking forward to using this. I really am. I want to use it. I've had it for over 2 years, but I need a new streaming PC first, and then we can work on that. Okay? So like I said, let's keep that momentum going. Let's keep the King streak alive. Let's get the support rolling. And once, once we get locked in, some of the things I want to do around here, can finally happen. And definitely buying a new streaming PC is one of the big things that I would like to do, so that we can get all kinds of new stuff going. Okay? Cool. Jasper is absolutely loving the window. Now that we have these curtains in and he can be in the window and he can enjoy the cool air and everything, he is having a ball with it right now. Yeah, Aaron says there's something called OBS WebSockets that lets you do what you want. You can control OBS from another machine, but you probably don't want to. Dude, I'm on Windows 8.1. This PC is really, it's pushed to its limits of what it can do. I don't want to be setting up WebSockets or anything like that. That's probably not going to work. Jade says, how game over? What do you mean, Jade? I'm not sure what you mean. Still no update on this? I'm trying to see if there's an update on the delivery of these curtains. No, it still says out for delivery, but doesn't say how close it is, so it ain't here yet. It's going to be delivered during this very stream. Okay. All right, continuing on. Because you have a lot of new members and watchers from the Kino Casino. Maybe do a show and tell all the vests and hats you have for those who don't do. Yeah, well, here's the thing. I knew that when I was going to get this new... oh, Playcool, you're here? Playcool, I already gave Jasper some treats this morning from you. Playcool is here. He's the person who bought these treats for Jasper. I gave him some of these bursts earlier on stream, and he loves them. So thank you, Playcool. The stuff arrived, and he loves the treats. The catnip balls are here too, but we haven't messed with those yet. But he had some this morning. Whenever he's in here with me in the mornings for podcasts and stuff, we're gonna have him have some treats and stuff. There you go. Thank you, Playcool. Was the first person who got something off my Throne account. I appreciate that. Okay, what was I gonna say? I got distracted. Oh, so I already knew that long term, I wanted to phase out the tiered goals of the gunner glasses at $50, the hat at 100, and the vest at 150. I knew I wanted to phase them out because they were becoming annoying. They were becoming boring. Let's be honest. It was cool for a while, but it's kind of the same thing over and over. And unless let's say we're doing a special playthrough and I get a special hat or something, it's just not that big of a deal, right? I don't think people really care that much about it. So for me, I knew I always kind of wanted to phase it out. And so, FYI, now that the Kino Casino people were coming over and everything, I had the intention of, hey, let's get a streak going, let's get this going, and get more excited for the streak than anything else, because the streak is what's really meaningful here. The level of support I'm getting, the fact that every single time that I hit that streak, that my detractors are crying and seething and pissing themselves and shitting themselves, and they make horrible videos about how stupid they are. It's just funny to see, and I love it. So that's really the focus. The improvement of my life, the improvement of the quality of my streams and content, as you've seen, all the improvements I've done and I'm continuing to do, and, my continued success and being able to improve my life, that's what we're celebrating here, okay? Not, oh, Phil put on a hat or a vest. So I already was phasing it out. That's why I didn't really do a big thing about, oh, let's introduce all the hats and vests and things to everyone, because I didn't really want to keep doing it. Let's be honest. Half the time in here, it's very hot. If I'm playing a fighting game, I'm already overheated. If it's a summer day, it's hot as shit. Now I got to put on a fucking vest. I mean, that is so stupid, right? So it's not that I don't like the vest or I'm not, I'm not down for the joke. It's just it kind of played out its course. Now, I'm not saying I would never wear one. I would like to do it from time to time, right? Like there'll be days when I want to wear the gunner glasses. Like I said today, it would be funny to see me toss on the robot hat as we're playing Astrobot, right? But I don't want to do it every day, and I don't want that to be the focus of my streams. That people are like, the hat, the vest, the hat, the vest. It's like, it just gets ridiculous. Okay. I would encourage you to post timestamps for your full podcast videos, like DSP talks about metaphor kind of thing. Your podcast can be quite long. So here's the thing. The timestamps were going, and then OP Boone was doing them. And then something happened, and I guess he stopped doing them. I don't know why, but I think now we have someone else. I think it's actually I Cured It With My Brain is doing them. But I don't know how consistent it is. Like, I don't think it's every podcast. So, like, I'm going back right now and looking. And it looks like the last few podcasts don't have it. So, I don't know what's going on, because OP Boone was doing it every day, and it was working fine. Like, I really liked having those timestamps, because he was using AI to get those timestamps. And then at one point, I Cured It With My Brain was doing it, and we were doing timestamps, but now no one seems to be doing it. And before you say, well, why don't you do it? Guys, you have to understand something, okay? I'm literally in here streaming from about 10 a.m., all right, is when I start my setup for the day, all the way through, usually past 10 p.m., usually to like 10:30, okay, at night. The only break I get is around 4:30 p.m. I go downstairs, I eat dinner with my wife, and we relax for about an hour, and then I'm back at it up here around 6 to 6:30. So I don't have extra time to fish through my hour-and-a-half podcast to detect the topics and to put the timestamps in. I just don't have time for it, okay? I'm already now additionally doing these clips and all these other things, so I don't have time for it. I don't know what happened that OP Boone stopped doing it. He hasn't said anything. So I don't know. And like I said, I Cured It With My Brain was doing it at one point, and now he stopped doing it. So I don't know. All I can say is if someone wants to do timestamps, you're welcome to do it. You can just put them in a comment on the video, and then what we do is when we see that comment go live, we edit the video and we put that into the description of the video, so the timestamps are there. But I just don't have the time to do it. Myself and my editor have been checking to see in the video comments if these posts go up of the timestamps, and if they do, we put them into the video description. But I just don't have time for it, you know? So, yeah, let me know. You guys let me know, what's going on with that. And I'd be more than open to doing it. But if someone wants to take up the reins of doing it and just post it in a video comment on each podcast, I think it's very beneficial. I agree. Okay? Here's one more. This is the last one. Then we actually, wow. After this, we've done all the suggestions. Holy crap. As someone who's already mentioned Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, I would still really like to encourage you to get back to the game in the near future, because it's my game of the year, but I think one of the main reasons you weren't getting much attention, people didn't want to get spoiled. No. I'm going to be honest with you. It's boring. The game, at first, it's really good, and then as soon as you get to the second open world area, you realize it's exactly the same as the first open world area, and there were too many lengthy RPGs out, so it was boring. If it was the only RPG out at the time, it would have got more attention. But I just played an insanely long playthrough of Baldur's Gate 3. I was playing Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth, and then that game came out. No one's going to care about the third insanely lengthy RPG in a row. That's what happened. It was RPG overload. It's that simple. Okay? I have good confidence the playthrough would still be able to survive and garner good viewership the next time you get to it. Maybe you get back to it a bit before Part 3 comes out around the corner. As for a suggestion, I'd recommend playing through the Metroid Prime games before Prime 4 comes out. We already played one twice. We played the original on the Wii, and then there was a remaster on the was it Wii U or Switch? We played the Switch one, right? We played it on Switch as well. However, I've never played the others because I don't think there's access to them, right? Like, how would I play them? They didn't remaster them yet. If they remaster Metroid Prime 2 and 3 on the Switch, I would play them. But there's no active way to play them right now, right? And he says, I'd highly suggest reacting to Ranma 1/2 remake. What the hell is that? What is Ranma 1/2 remake? I don't know what that is. Ranma 1/2 is a anime. And Ask the King? I mean, would people really want to see me reacting to my answers to Q&A questions from the past? I don't know about that. All right, well, here's the deal. Thank you all for those suggestions. I'm sorry it literally took me 2 months to get to most of these suggestions. The deal is we've now finished it. I actually went through all of them. All right? So likely what we will do, not today because the podcast is pretty much done now. But what I'm thinking is what we should do is set it up for another suggestions thread. Okay? So you guys can submit more suggestions. And these obviously now are going to be way more pertinent because it's 2 months later and your suggestions are going to be more in line with all the changes and things that are going on as opposed to being outdated. Like a lot of those suggestions sadly were outdated because I didn't read them for 2 months. And I mean, so much changed in the last 2 months, right? So hopefully the future suggestions will be a little bit better for being timely and making sense in the moment, right? But thank you to everyone who submitted them. I hope that you enjoyed them. And also coming up, I'm going to be setting up the thread very soon, probably by the end of this week, where you guys are going to be suggesting games for the upcoming Halloween marathon event. All right, because that's important to get those suggestions in. I know you guys want to start submitting them, so that's going to be coming shortly as well. Okay. All right. I received a $5 tip. Just listen to this. This is like the worst filler episode of DBZ ever. Get to the Astrobot stream. If you were coming to watch Astrobot, why did you come during the scheduled podcast? This is like you turn on your TV and you're so angry that there's a show that plays before your favorite show, but it's not time for your favorite show to start yet. That's on you. That's literally on you. Everyone knows that the gameplay starts around 1 p.m. Pacific time every single day. My schedule says that. So if you're here early and you're complaining, that's on you, not on me. Now, I appreciate your $5 tip, but next time, try to say something more intelligent and constructive because what you said was pretty silly, right? All right. Well, it's a $5 tip from a disgruntled person who doesn't like podcasting, I guess. Well, I can't make you like podcasting, really. Show up at the right time then, okay? All right. Oh, I get it. Jade was suggesting the Game Over clip from Street Fighter. That I make that one of the clips that I can play with Stream Deck. Gotcha. That might be a good one. That might actually be a good one. Game over. That could be a good one. Okay. Exactly. That's like, someone just said in chat, Copim said, that's like you're going into a restaurant and you're demanding lunch, but it's still breakfast. Well, you came early. Wait till lunch and come back and get lunch. Why do you want lunch at 8 a.m.? They're not going to serve it. Right? Okay, then. All right, guys, we got a little bit of extra time now. So if anyone has any topics they'd like to discuss, any questions for me they'd like to ask, any contributions to come in to get shouted out, let's get that going now, right? Before we jump into Astrobot. And right now we're at 96 likes. Let's get that to the 100 likes, guys. Come on. Right now, here's the thing. We have one super chat. That's $5. And we have no new members at all. Let's get some super chats and members in here. I see a lot of gray names in chat. People who would be very appreciative to get a gifted membership this morning, I'm sure. So let's get that going this morning, my friends. Okay. I mean, we could do that. So, okay, we just got a live suggestion. Okay? Someone just said, instead of doing this how I do it now, where one stream is the first stream, but it's the podcast and then it's the game, why don't I set up separate streams? So stream number 1 is the podcast. Stream number 2 is the game. Stream number 3 is the third stream, which is the second game. So that way I do the podcast when the podcast ends, the broadcast ends, but then it pulls you over and says, hey, join us for the next one. Or I can say, hey, join us for the next one, right? That would be cool. Now, wait a minute. Is this a fake play cool? Because we have a play cool earlier. Yeah, there's a fake play cool. This play cool is not the real play cool, is it? No. Joined 1 day ago. Fuck this guy. You're out of here, bro. What an asshole. We have someone impersonating the real play cool. And I just got rid of them. There you go. Kiss my ass. All right. Got that guy. Yeah, Rangoon. That's a good suggestion, I think. What do you guys think? Should I do 3 streams? So the first stream, it just says Level 1 Podcast every day with all the topics that'll be covered. The second stream would be the gameplay. So when we're done with the first stream, it transitions over to the second stream, just like how I do on Sundays where it transitions from the podcast into the React show on the React channel. So we set it up as 3 separate streams: podcast, gameplay, gameplay. That way there's no misconception about the gameplay. And I have the Level 1 Podcast thumbnail. I could do it like that. I think that might be a great suggestion. Maybe we should test it tomorrow. We do podcast, Terry and Street Fighter 6, Terry and Street Fighter 6. We could try that. Yeah. Sweet. Maybe we'll do that. All right. Good suggestion. I think I might utilize that tomorrow. Hopefully I remember. I just received a $10 tip from Mr. Mixed Minute Mayonnaise. I missed the beginning of the podcast. I demand we start over. No, not really. I'm just kidding. All right. Thank you so much for the $10 tip again. This person has tipped quite a bit this morning already. Thank you for that. And that gets us up to 55. So right now, we're a quarter of the way to our King Street goal. All right? Thank you so much. Let's keep it rolling. I really think we need to get some of the super chats going, man. Right? We absolutely need to go with some super chats here because we only have the one. Right? 99 likes. Are you kidding? So Helixification says, would the King's Coffers transition over or start a new one? No, that would transition over. I'm not going to do 3 different King's Coffers in a day. That's nuts. It would be the same. Whatever the leaderboard is for the first stream would carry over from the podcast to the gameplay segment. That would remain the same. I would not be like, oh, yeah, we have to raise $200 during a podcast. No. Absolutely not. That would carry over. Just like it does now on the Sunday show, it would be the same thing. What is the King Street goal? Will we do an event? I told you, yeah, if we keep the streak going to hit certain milestones, I would consider doing events. At the 50, we were going to do a Feasting with the King. It ended at 41, but then I did it anyway that weekend, right? So, yeah, if we get the King Street going, we could look for special things we can do. It's up to you guys. We'll have to talk about that. But it's all about maintaining, right? We need to maintain the streak for a while before we start talking about celebratory events. Well, No Sleep Real Lives, I'm glad to hear that you got a team working for you in Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Just to let you know, there's the team you just described is not top tier in any way. Cyclops is the best character on that team. But, whatever works for you. And Colossus has the super armor that makes him, better than a lot of the mid-tiers. So, no, I have not watched Agatha all along. I don't have Disney Plus, so I would not watch it. What's up, King Michael? How you doing? Let me put it this way. If we ever hit a streak of 100, I will do a day-long special event. How about that? We'll do a whole marathon event based on if we hit 100 in the King Street. Because we were at a good thing going there. When we hit 41, if it had kept going, it would have been 50. Like, at this point, if it had kept going, we almost would have been at like 75 or something like that, right? Because I think each month is around 50. So, yeah. I think if we hit a King Streak of 100, we will do a special day-long marathon celebration of success and affluence. There you go. What if I get 1 million in tips in a single stream? That would never happen because all payment processors have limits. No, they would not allow anyone to send me $1 million. It just doesn't work. There's limits on everything. So that would not happen. Oh, I'm not saying we have to hit 100 to do a celebration. I'm saying if we hit 100, that would be the celebration. It would be like a special marathon. But we could definitely have ones that are lower. Like I said, when we hit 50, we were going to do Feasting with the King. I just did it anyway, even though it ended at 41. So I absolutely would consider at 50 doing something special and then at 100 doing something crazy, right? I'm Troublesome. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. All right, any last minute topics or anything, guys? Anything to talk about? By the way, again, let's unseat Spawn Killer as the top super chatter. He's been the top super chatter the entire podcast. Let's get him out of there. I hear a bird outside. Hear him going, meh, meh, meh. Loud bird. Can I play No Rest for the Wicked sometime? And I don't really know too much about that. Any interviews planned for the future? We may have an interview going this Thursday. If not, it might be next Thursday or Friday, depending on scheduling. After that, I'm trying to line up quite a few interviews over October and November. I've got big interest, but right now it's just too early to schedule that far out. That's the thing. So, Pedal to the Metal, thank you for gifting a membership. It went to Goro Majima. So the upcoming pirate of Yakuza just received a gifted membership. Enjoy, and thank you, Pedal to the Metal, for supporting the channel. Would I go onto LTG's stream instead of him coming onto your stream? LTG is not talking to me. He basically, since I did that last react to him last week, he has ghosted me, which I expected. Remember what I said? And my last thing I said about him, I said, if that man really wants no interactions whatsoever, he just needs to ignore me. And then I won't talk about him because there's no point. But the fact that he keeps engaging, he keeps addressing me on his streams, then he unblocks me from Twitter to threaten me like an e-thug and look like a jackass, that just shows that he wanted the engagement, right? But now he's quiet. So if he's quiet and he's not talking about me, it means that basically he's pussed out. He doesn't want to bother with anything. So let him live in his bubble, his little, his bubble boy setup there, where he doesn't ever leave his little comfort zone with his Discord of sycophants just kissing his ass, and he just sits there doing nothing in his bedroom that looks like a dorm room that at any moment his mom can walk in and yell at him because he didn't take out the trash, with his fucking awful webcam, his felt background that costs $14 off of Temu. Let him do his thing. That's what he wants to do with the rest of his life. Allow him to do that and leave him alone. All right? What food am I having today, Jade? I don't know. My wife is at work. When she gets home, she's going to make something, but it's going to be something fast. I'm not sure what. Thank you, I'm Troublesome, for the membership. I was going to say, I think I'm Troublesome already had a membership because it didn't count as a new one. Yeah, but thank you for popping the message. Thank you for all the support recently, I'm Troublesome. I really appreciate that. I don't look to ask, did I ever try using studio mode in OBS? No, I have not. I have not. I don't even know what the hell studio mode is. Seriously. I just use this basic functionality of OBS. I'm used to using it. I'm just going to keep using it. The only if I were to learn something totally new, it would be when I do transition over to a different streaming PC, which I may. Like I said, it might be my wife's, but I'd like to buy a new one. I think buying the new one would be the ideal. That way I'm not using a 2017 PC. I'm using a 2024 PC with everything modern, but I guess we'll see. Left is the preview and right is live. Yeah, I've seen that in the studio mode, but I don't understand how to set it up or do anything with it. All right, guys, I think we'll end the show. Thank you so much. We got the 100 likes I was looking for. We got some early support. Thanks for hanging out with me. We are going to now transition over. Oh, I'm Troublesome just gifted 10 memberships to the community. Congratulations to some of these gray names that are about to go green. I appreciate that. I'm Troublesome. Thank you so much. That is awesome. Whoever gets those, enjoy. Enjoy all the emotes. Enjoy getting out of slow mode. And enjoy getting a cool chat crown badge. That is excellent. All right. So I am now going to get set up for Astrobot. Hope that you guys will stick around and not take off, because Astrobot is a great game. I really, really enjoyed it. I can't wait for more today. And I thank you all for hanging out here on the Level 1 podcast. I hope that you had a good time. Tomorrow, we'll talk all about the full day of gaming, including, I'm curious, number one, will we maintain the King streak today? I sure hope so. And number two, how's the Marvel collection tonight, right? Like, how well will it work now that it's been patched and fixed? I hope it's super duper good. So thank you all. Great show today. See you all tomorrow. Peace out.